If you've ever found yourself swooning for the bad boy who disappears for days, it's your heart racing with a smirk, or breaks rules like it's their life mission, then congrats. Your brain's been hacked, and I mean it. Bad boys have perfected the art of triggering your attraction on autopilot. It's not just you. There's science and psychology behind this. Today, we're going to decode that mysterious allure, from adrenaline rushes to ancient instincts, and let you in on the tactics that keep us hooked on these heartbreakers. So buckle up, because we're exposing the truth with insights from Harvard psychologists, evolutionary researchers, and dating experts who've truly seen it all. Let's jump in. Let's start with the butterflies. You know the ones. The fluttery, electric feeling that makes your heart race and convinces you that this is something special, something thrilling. But what if I told you that feeling isn't love? Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman says those butterflies might actually be anxiety masquerading as chemistry. And here's the kicker. Your brain can't tell the difference. So what happens? We start chasing the thrill of unpredictability, mistaking the chaos for passion. Think about it. How often have you been drawn to a guy who keeps you guessing? Is he going to call? Will he show up? Does he even care? That uncertainty creates tension, and tension creates excitement. But excitement isn't the same as connection. Here's where it gets tricky. Your brain is hardwired to seek what feels familiar, not what makes you happy. And if chaos feels familiar, maybe because of past relationships or even patterns from childhood, guess what? You'll keep chasing it. The bad boy's unpredictability feels like home, even though it's anything but. This is why it's so easy to mistake anxiety for attraction. The bad boy keeps you on edge, unsure of where you stand, and that uncertainty floods your brain with adrenaline and dopamine, the same chemicals that make roller coasters and horror movies thrilling. But love shouldn't feel like you're strapped into the world's most volatile theme park ride. Real love feels like a warm hug, like peace, like safety. If the butterflies come with a side of dread or doubt, it's time to take a closer look. And now let's talk about your ancestors and how their survival instincts might just be messing up your love life. Evolutionary psychologist David Buss made an incredible discovery. The traits that made someone attractive thousands of years ago, like confidence, boldness, and risk-taking, are still lighting up our brains today. Back in the day, those traits were essential. You needed someone brave enough to chase down dinner, protect the tribe, and face danger head-on. Fast forward to modern dating, and we're dealing with a whole new landscape. Today, you don't need someone to fight off lions or hunt for food, but guess what? Your brain hasn't gotten the memo. That bold, rule-breaking bad boy who walks into the room and takes charge, your subconscious goes, yes, he's the protector, the risk-taker, the leader I've been waiting for. Never mind that he's emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, or just plain toxic. It's called an evolutionary mismatch, and it explains why so many of us are drawn to traits that don't actually serve us in modern relationships. Confidence and risk-taking can look a lot like manipulation and recklessness when they're not rooted in kindness and integrity. But our brains don't differentiate. They react to signals hardwired thousands of years ago. The bad boy might look like a protector, but in reality, he's just playing the role. Let's get a little philosophical here, because understanding projection is key to breaking free from the bad boy trap. Carl Jung famously said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to ourselves." It sounds deep, right? But what does it really mean? In the case of bad boys, it means this. You're not falling for the guy himself. You're falling for the fantasy you've created in your head. Think about it. The brooding, mysterious guy who keeps you guessing. What do you actually know about him? Is he truly fascinating, or are you projecting your hopes and dreams onto him? It's easy to mistake mystery for depth. He doesn't text back for days. You tell yourself he's busy with something profound. He doesn't open up emotionally. You decide he's a tortured artist, waiting for the right person to unlock his heart. But is he really all that deep, or is he just distant? This is where projection traps us. We create an idealized version of someone and fall for that version, ignoring the reality in front of us. We convince ourselves that we can fix them, change them, save them. But here's the truth. The bad boy isn't the plot twist in your story. You are. The moment you stop projecting, you take back their power and start seeing people for who they really are. Let's talk about one of the most powerful tools in the Bad Boy Playbook, love bombing. Ever been swept off your feet by a flood of compliments, attention, and over-the-top promises in the first week? That's not love, it's manipulation. Psychologist Dr. Ramani calls love bombing future faking. These guys create the illusion of deep intimacy early on, so you overlook the warning signs. The constant texts, the "I've never felt this way before" speeches, the whirlwind dates, they're all designed to disarm you. And guess what? It works. But here's the truth. Real love takes time. It's steady and consistent, not rushed or overwhelming. If it feels too good to be true, it probably is. Bad boys are masters of what I like to call the scarcity scam. Behavioral economist Dan Ariely proved that we value what's rare 300% more. And bad boys know this. By being inconsistently available, texting you sporadically, canceling plans, disappearing for days, they create an addictive cycle. The random bursts of attention make you crave their validation even more, just like a slot machine keeps you hooked with unpredictable rewards. Last but not least, let's talk trauma bonding. Dr. Gabor Maté explains it perfectly. Pain that's predictable becomes comforting. If you've ever stayed in a toxic relationship because of those fleeting moments of affection, you've experienced this firsthand. Bad boys keep you hooked with a cycle of highs and lows, drama followed by just enough tenderness to keep you holding on. Breaking free starts here. Upgrading to a secure attachment style. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about rewiring how you approach love and relationships. So what does secure love actually look like? Dr. Sue Johnson, a leading expert in attachment theory, describes it as trust built through consistency. It's about someone showing up for you, not just in the honeymoon phase, but through the boring Tuesdays, the hard conversations, and the everyday moments that make up real life. But let's be real, it's not always glamorous. Secure love doesn't come with the adrenaline rush of hot and cold bad boys. At first, it might even feel boring. That's because your brain has been conditioned to associate unpredictability with passion. But let me tell you this, peace is not boring. It's freeing. It's powerful. It's the space where you can actually grow and thrive. A secure partner doesn't keep you guessing. They don't leave you questioning your worth. Instead, they create a foundation where you can feel safe and seen. It's the kind of love that might not sweep you off your feet instantly, but over time, it holds you up in ways you didn't even know you needed. Now let's talk about setting a new standard. This one's simple but so transformative. The hell yes filter. What is it? If it's not a hell yes, then it's a no. Full stop. How many times have you compromised, justified, or settled for someone who didn't meet your needs? Maybe it was fear of being alone or the hope that things might change. But here's the truth. Someone who's half in will never give you the all-in love you deserve. Therapist Terry Cole has a rule that cuts through the noise. Would I want my daughter or my best friend in this relationship? If the answer is no, why are you staying? Walking away isn't easy. It takes courage to say, this isn't enough for me. But it's also the most empowering choice you can make. Because every time you say no to what's wrong for you, you're making space for what's right. The hell yes filter isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. It's about finding someone whose values, actions, and love match the standards you've set for yourself. And now the final and most important step, becoming your own plot twist. Let me ask you this. What if the most exciting, fulfilling, and transformative relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself? Think about it. We spend so much time waiting for someone else to choose us, validate us, complete us. But what if you chose yourself first? Viktor Frankl, one of history's greatest thinkers, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is your power and your freedom." That means every time you're faced with someone's toxic behavior, you have a choice. You can react on autopilot, chasing their approval. Or you can pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with your worth. Self-love isn't just bubble baths and affirmations, though those are great too. It's about creating a life that feels full and fulfilling, with or without a partner. It's about discovering what lights you up, what inspires you, what makes you excited to get out of bed in the morning. It's about becoming the kind of person you admire. And here's the incredible part. When you choose yourself, when you build a life you love, the right partner won't complete you. They'll complement the amazing person you already are. So make yourself the plot twist. Be the hero of your own story. Write a love story that starts with you. If this message resonated with you, drop a message in the comments and share this video with a friend who might need to hear it. Together, we can break the cycle and start building relationships that are healthy, empowering, and real. Last but not least, please subscribe our channel for more inspiring videos.